Alcohol causes 15 deaths and hospitalizes 430 Australians every day. Concerns over alcohol abuse in teenagers is getting worse. The Australian Medical Association says 1 in 5 Australians aged 14 years and above drink at a level that puts them at risk from alcohol-related disease and injury over their lifetime. Today, we hit the streets of Perth and ask you if Australian teenagers have a drinking problem and whether stiffer penalties should apply.
Yeah, probs.
Yep.
Probably, yeah.
Definitely.
Drinking and drug problem, definitely. We see too much in the hospital.
Yeah, I tend to think so. I mean, all you need to do is just go to Northbridge either Sunday or Saturday night and just see how many youngsters are wandering around, rolling around either in the gutter or acting pretty strangely.
Apparently they do have big problem, yeah.
I don't think it was limited to Australian teenagers.
And I'd come across children, particularly in the suburb and in the area that I live, children having the alcohol problem.
I don't think they're any different from the teenagers that have been in Australia for as long as I can remember. I think there's always a small section that drink too much, and there's most of them probably react reasonably sensibly, I would think.
I think it hasn't changed from the 1970s when I grew up, but there's more pressure now for drugs where we didn't have that in the past. So it's just a matter of people not knowing when to stop.
I think we have too many rules and regulations in society. I think it's more about parents being or teaching their children the right values and to deal responsibly with alcohol.
There's a culture here with teenage drinking which needs to be remedied. I don't know how you do that though.
I think the penalties are about right.
Penalties like prohibition just don't work.
I think a little bit more freedom might have to be given to them, because if you just put them under constraints all the time, they're all just going to push it more and they'll try drink more and take more stuff. So maybe if it wasn't so heavily restricted.
I think it's historical, actually. I think it's the way people are brought up.
And I think it starts in the home.
Yeah, well, it's got to come from the parents.
Start from little, teach them how not to do those sort of things. Everything will be okay then.
Maybe some of the companies that produce it and advertise it, as well as parents.
There's an issue around advertising that I see, around alcohol, which just makes it attractive.
Most people feel that parents should be responsible from early on, and that stiffer penalties would be ineffective. There's only 1 week left till the October campaign begins, challenging Australians to lose the booze this October. This has been Christy Muller reporting for Undercurrent.